Hey everyone, it's Kevin here with Reviews About Anything, and today we have my Nintendo Switch. A few months back I did an initial impression of it, and now I'm going to do more of a medium term review. I've had it for a few months now. First thing I'm going to get out of the way is I have not experienced any Joy-Con drift. This is the newer model that comes in the red box instead of the white box, where they said that they had fixed some of the issues that come with the Joy-Cons here. So we'll see over time. I've only had this for a few months in the grand scheme, where some people have them for a decent bit of time, then they have the Joy-Con drift, or some people have them for a very short amount of time and they have the Joy-Con drift. So we'll see. Going over build quality and fit and finish and everything. The Joy-Cons have a bit of play in them in this direction. And then this one doesn't really, but it has play in this direction. So I'm not sure if it's the Joy-Cons or if it's the slides on the actual system itself here, the track here. I'm not sure which one is off, but I know that this is plastic and this actually has a metal rail in here. This insert, so I'm not sure which one's actually off, but on each of them there's a little bit of play. So it's not horrible, it's not anything to get it replaced or arm made, but it's just something to keep in note. I don't know how frequent this is. I know there has to be a little bit of play because you are sliding them in and out and everything, but still, just something to keep in mind. The fit and finish of that is not perfect, obviously. It's not going to be perfect, but it's a little more. This one with the up and down flex like this was a little. It's interesting sometimes because when you're playing, you feel this one rock. You can probably hear it if I bring it closer to the mic. You can feel that rock in your hand when you're playing it handheld like this. Where this one that's in this, I guess, Z axis going up, down this direction is not as noticeable as this one that goes, I guess, side to side instead of up and down. So, granted, this is my unit, so I don't know how prolific this is in general, but so yeah. Anything else though, the kickstand is quite nice. I do like having that ability. I haven't had any issues with it. It's a bit stiff to actually get to pop out, but it clicks in nice. Other than that, it's really no issues. All the buttons are nice. All of them are very clicky and responsive. I haven't had any issues with any clicking stuff. Screen's nice as well. I know this is supposed to be a slightly better screen than the old one. It's nice. It's fine. Nothing crazy or anything. Bezels are very, very thick. That's something I think they could have done a bit better, because even when they made the Switch, phones had quite thin bezels. Good examples like this Central phone, I think, is actually older than the Switch, or somewhere around the same time as the Switch. Has much thinner bezels around the sides. I can understand like one side, like I know it's hard to get this bezel down here super thin, but this bezel at the bottom and at the top is actually thinner than the sides. So I have not torn down the Switch, so I don't really know what exists here, but just something maybe they can work on for a new model or pro model that I know some people have talked about coming sometime in the future. So I currently have Animal Crossing, I have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. These are all the games that I currently have. Very good games, all first-party games, obviously. And they all play great on the Switch. I have no issues with like lag or anything. Loading times are a bit long sometimes in different games, especially Animal Crossing recently with their newest updates with all the content they've added. Loading times can be a bit slow, but once you're in the game, I haven't really experienced any issues. to give a quick couple comments on some accessories that come with the Switch. So you get this kind of like Joy-Con into a controller, and you also get these two kind of like bumper top for the Joy-Cons as well, to kind of give you a single, if you're playing 2-player or whatever, you have the ability to I guess have a slightly more comfortable experience. When you're playing with just a Joy-Con, it's pretty small, so I don't think this little bit of extra plastic here really helps a whole lot. It does make the buttons easier to press, obviously, with these bigger buttons, but I personally have never used these. I'm not saying that I won't ever use them, but I just personally have never used them, so I can't comment on how well these work or don't work. I have used this, the kind of make your Joy-Cons into a controller. It's okay. Like, it's nice. It's a bit small. My hands are quite large. I can easily palm this whole thing. It's a little chintzy. You can hear it creaking. Things like that. But that's putting quite a bit of force on it in each direction. But if you're just using it normally, it's fine. You know, lightweight. The Joy-Cons slip onto it quite easily. So if I take them off here, they have little light kind of loop things here to get the level indicator through and everything. But, you know, it's fine. Like I said, it's a touch small. I know a lot of people upgrade to the Pro Controller or something else. But overall, I do think it's nice that they include something in the box to where you can actually have the controller experience. And, you know, you can place this up at an angle and play games on it and everything. So, quite nice that they include it. But I know they have a comfort version of that one as well. But I think I'm probably just going to get a Pro Controller or maybe some type of third-party Pro Controller. But other than that, it's fine. I have all my games on cartridge, so... And just to show you, this is, you know, they come in these boxes. And then in them is the cartridge. The box is comically big for how small the cartridge is. But, you know, I understand they have like the artwork and other things to show off, obviously, so I get it, it's fine. The cartridges come out in and out quite easily, so there's just this flap up here on the top. This feels pretty robust. I think it's like 2 pieces of plastic kind of flap. It feels fine. The thickness seems fine. We'll see over time how this holds up, but I do have a bit of concern for that because I think it's just plastic. It doesn't feel like a rubber, so we'll see. The cards are held in pretty well. And then you can put in the other one. They kind of sit and they click in. And then it auto-recognized the game I put in. And if I take it out and put in Animal Crossing again, click it in, now it auto-recognized Animal Crossing, obviously. So, pretty good there. The fan's super quiet. I haven't had any issues with that. It blows air decently well. The power button is a bit recessed, which is nice. So if you're hitting the up or down volume on the screen here, you don't accidentally hit the power button too easily. And then your headphone jack here. USB-C, thank goodness. Really nice feature to have on a console, obviously, especially a portable one. Yeah, battery life's been pretty good. I've been able to play it for a couple hours and not really worry about it. I've never played it till it's dead. I think the lowest I've ever seen is about 30-40% area. And that's playing it for, a few hours handheld. Overall, I really like it. I've been a Nintendo fan for a while. Haven't always had every Nintendo system, but I do enjoy their first-party games. And that's kind of what I bought this for, is kind of just to have something to relax and play instead of your Call of Duties and Counter Strikes and other competitive games I usually play, where it's a little more tense. Playing Animal Crossing or Mario Kart or Zelda are rather relaxing. Smash sometimes isn't relaxing. Same thing with Mario Kart when you're playing with friends. Sometimes you get a little competitive with each other, but playing by myself, it's quite a relaxing experience and it's nice. So if you guys are looking to get the Switch, I know they've been out of stock during this pandemic for quite some time, but it's a really fun console. It's not horribly expensive. You used to be able to get them used for a pretty good price. Now they're not really anymore because of everything going on. But if you can find one new, I think they're worth the price new. The only things I really recommend is, without a doubt, 100% get a screen protector, regular or glass. I personally like the glass better, but a glass screen protector is a must in my opinion. The docks for the Switches scratch the screens. I know people make like little knitted like caps almost to go over the front of the console so you don't scratch the screen, but I'm not really into that, so you can buy that if you want to, but I preference just getting a screen protector, especially since this is a mobile console. To be able to play on the go, I feel a little more confident having a actual screen protector on it. Other than that, I guess if you get a Pro controller, would be another recommendation instead of using this, or a knockoff one, I guess, or a licensed third-party Pro controller. I think it's A-Power makes them, and I think two other companies do as well. There's a couple other people online, you can look them up, that do some really good comparisons between the Pro controller and the third parties, if you're interested in that. But this is my experience so far. Like I said, no real issues. Software updates have been, fine. They don't take too long to download or anything. The games have been updated relatively regularly, which is nice compared to in the past, where the last Nintendo console that I had was the Wii. I don't remember really getting updates for games on that. I also didn't play it a tremendous amount, but and then before that I had a Nintendo 64, which you obviously weren't getting updates for on the game. So it's nice that they're doing things like that. So kind of adds an extra dimension, or a little bit of extra fun to different games, especially like Animal Crossing. They've added a bunch of content to this game, which is nice. So also very fun, relaxing game during this pandemic as well. I highly recommend Animal Crossing. This is the first time I've ever played it. I played with a few friends, and it's just a lot of fun and relaxing. So if you guys are looking for a Switch, like I said, I recommend it. I've had it for a few months now. I haven't had really any issues. Like I said, the only issue that I really have is that this right Joy-Con has a bit of play in the side-to-side direction, which sometimes when you're playing a game, you can notice. Other than that, that's just my one unit. It could be, common. It could be, a few other people, or I might be the only one. I doubt that, but it is a mass-produced product. There's going to be some little bit of variances here. If you guys have that issue, comment down in the comment section below. Or if you guys have had any other issues, let me know as well. I'm kind of curious on just how different mass-produced products handle over time. But if you guys have any other questions or would like me to give reviews of these games, let me know in the comment section. And if you have any other questions or concerns as well, you can leave them down there. I'll try to get back to as many as I can. Like the video too, really helps a lot, and subscribe. And thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next video.